it is time for a Mix It Up Monday. Let me show you the sketch. The original sketch was actually by Barbara Ragdale for some kind of sketch challenge. I don't know for sure when. It just says April, but of course that could have been any year, right? But it's actually kind of simple. It's just obviously 12 by 12. Get a couple of horizontals, a couple of layers here with a tag, and there's a round. It may have been stitching or something like that. Of course, some little embellishments flying up here. And the title's down here. Now, what I think I'm going to do is, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it, is I get some white ink I'm going to probably use to kind of take this piece here, fill that in. I may do it somewhere else over in here. But that's my starting point. What I have is the Sweet Rush collection by Vicki Boutin. Love this collection because I've already kind of cut into some of the scraps here. So the photo's my lovely hubby, and I love this like blue and white shirt here because I had this piece of paper and I thought, oh my gosh, they kind of go together. So what my plan is use this as the background. I think I'm going to use this for that square element. I had previously cut these for another layout, and I think I'm going to use these as the little horizontal stripes. And then this little guy is going to go up underneath there. Is that little thing there? There's a little section down there. I haven't figured out the tag yet. I may do the back side of this because that's a good looking little grid. Or I may end up using one of these. I don't know. I'm trying to stay away from the pink. I don't want the pink on this layout. So, because I'm going to use, I like this photo strip. Now, the layout also called for like 2 photos and then maybe a square photo or a square embellishment. I'm just going to use 1 photo because I have a good sized, horizontal here. And I have a title from, actually this is a Cocoa Vanilla title, but I think that's kind of cute there. And then the other thing, there's a couple more things I know, that's what I was going to share. I got the Cocoa Vanilla. I did pull out this old, it's from a pad actually, it's from Coordinations. And then what it is when you tear it, if you tear it, the back side comes through. I do like the blue and the black here, so I'm going to probably end up using this as the photo mat. And then I have these little heart things I picked up at convention that I think I may end up using. I don't know for sure, but that is my starting point. So let me do this. I am going to trim these first to get to my size, my paper sizes, so I know how much mixed media put. And then I will do that, which is just, again, it's Mr. Huey's opaque white, but I just think that's gonna look pretty kind of on top of this maybe. And maybe actually what I'll do, maybe I'll use one of those techniques where you take like a cup ring or something instead of just smushing it. That sounds kind of interesting. I may do something, and if I do that, you know what? Actually, I have a dabber. Hold on. Maybe I'll use this, so it's acrylic paint. So let me play with that just a minute. I have to look at that. Anyway, let me get myself going here, and I'll come back on soon. Okay, guys, quick check-in. I actually make this pretty good progress here, and it didn't take me very long. I went ahead and cut down my paper sizes here. My next step, what I'm actually going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and scuff the edges of all of these little papers. I do need to map my photo, and then I'm going to do I'll come back on camera when I'm starting to do the mixed media here. But I'm actually kind of happy with how this is coming out so far. So let me go ahead and scuff my edges and map my photo, and I'll be back on. Okay, everybody, I have got my papers trimmed and glued down, and I've got my photo matted. This is not actually technically glued down yet because I'm still thinking about if I need to do something down here. But now I started thinking about my mixed media here, and I'm thinking instead of that white paint, I haven't used my Nuvo glues in a while, or Nuvo drops in a while, and I've got these black ones. So I'm going to attempt, I need to get myself a little circle to make a little circle for me to work with. But I think I'm going to use my Nuvo drops and go around because it is a circle with like little, I mentioned in the intro, like a stitching. And I think I can make this look right. I'm just going to have to let it dry and not be impatient. So that's my biggest challenge, is not touching it while it's drying. So that I think is what I'm going to do. So I need to go track down. I'm going to go find me. And actually, y'all, I wanted to include this here. So actually, maybe that's what I can do, y'all. I just come up with a brilliant idea. I'm going to glue this down, and I will go around that. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. That is what I'm going to do, because I do like this. I think this is neat. I got to figure out how I want my photo thing to go. Yeah, I'm thinking kind of like this. Do y'all think so? I don't want that showing there, so I may have to go like that. We'll see. All right, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is what I'm going to do. I think I'll glue this down, and I'm going to go around this with my Nuvo drops. Anyways, okay, let me do that. Well, y'all, I start to do these dots, and this is going to go real fast because I stuck my head up in that camera for the entire time I did them dots. And y'all didn't want to see just my head. And that literally was all you could see was my head. I leaned over to see what I was doing and didn't even think about the camera. So anyway, I've got the Nuvo dots around my little sunshine circle there. And I'm looking to see, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm pulling up the foam tape. I'm going to put my little title, Hey You, up under the foam tape. And so, I don't know, do I leave this in here? Y'all shouldn't have to sit there and watch that. In a minute, I will cut away when I start putting foam tape up underneath the other stuff because I do put foam tape. Well, I don't even have the embellishments laying down there yet, y'all. You'll see it in a second. Anyway, I'm putting the foam tape up underneath the Hey You. I knew that's where that was going to go, was down there, and I didn't really want anything else around it. And I didn't want to mess myself up, so I went ahead and decided to put my title down there. I will tell you, sorry about the glare too on my husband's handsome face there. That picture, I can't tell you where we are, what we're doing, nothing. I know it's in 2006 because it's on the back of the photo. But I guess I just thought he looked so nice, I kept the picture. But I haven't a clue what we're doing. And he's dressed a little nicely there. He's got on a little collared shirt. So we had to be doing something nice. I don't know what it was. Isn't that crazy when you got a box of photos and you think, well, what were we doing there? I have no idea. It was in my box of 2006. We might have been on a trip or a dinner or something. He's even got his sunglasses hanging off his shirt there. I should have used some sunglasses. I had some in here, but it had pink on it, so I decided not to. But anyways, I'm pulling off my foam backs here to put my foam tape down. Put my title down with my foam tape here, and that's all popped up. Now, I've decided on my embellishments. I did just kind of go through the ephemera, and I left that little sorting process out because it wasn't much of nothing other than just, I pulled them all out, and I looked to see what colors I had. I was trying to avoid too much pink, but I really did like this peacock. I thought that was cute, and I kind of think it goes along with him looking all, good looking or whatever. So I decided to use that peacock on the right-hand side, kind of where the square is in the sketch. Because as you remember, there was 2 photos, I guess 3 photos maybe, but I didn't only have but one. So I'm going to put the peacock where the little square photo was. There wasn't technically an embellishment in the lower left corner on the sketch because they had one in between the 2 photos. So I just kind of reinterpreted that and put one down there in the lower left corner. And I just thought the flowers were kind of pretty. They balance out the yellow of that sunshine. All right, so I'm going to go through. I did put the, if I glued everything down, I think I might have, yes, I have put the foam tape underneath the peacock. I put the foam tape underneath that little bottle of flowers. I put the foam tape underneath it says You Can't Stop Awesome, and a little bit under the edge of the camera and the little yellow flowers I've got poking out. So I put foam up underneath all those, and I'm just going through these white white enamel hearts. I'm kind of using those in the sketch. She had butterflies going up in the upper left corner, so I'm using them as kind of that. And it takes me a second to figure out where I want these things because I'm trying to mimic that little trail of butterflies flying off into the sky. And I have to kind of fiddle fart with the spacing on these things. But those look pretty good. I'm kind of pleased with that. So now I have that black enamel on the Nuvo, and then I have this white enamel up here on the left. And I think that looks kind of neat. It's just it's my little flying away hearts here. And I'm going to stick these down and reorganize. At first I started to be done at 4 hearts. Then I thought, no, you need a 5th heart. Got to have that 5th heart. So now I realized I didn't glue down the edge of the little peacock feather up there. So I got to fix that. And I'm a bit to cut away because I decided I needed to string on my tag down there, right? And I went looking originally for a twine that has like a stripe on it. And I didn't have a black and white. And I just didn't have anything that really went well. And I thought, well, I'll use white. And then I got sad because I don't really want to use white. I wish I had black. And then I thought, well, this is mixed media or Mix It Up Monday. So I thought, you know what? I'll just ink my string. I have not done this before, so I have no good technique. I'm not going to sit here and tell you the best way to do it. A spray might have been a little easier, truth be told, but I didn't want to make a big old mess. And so I decided to make a different kind of big old mess. And I took my string and just took my little needle nose there and just kind of run it along the string so it kind of got in the ink. It's not a solid black, but I'm okay with that because this paper collection is all kind of distressed looking, and you can see there's like fades and it overlays different. So I'm okay that the string's not 100% solid black, right? Now, of course, my cat decides to visit, so in a second I'm about to pick her up because she definitely gets all up in stuff. But I'm done with the inking of my string here, and see this is where I have to move her. And so now I'm going to tie my string around my tag, and I realize it's not glued down. So I'm going to have to glue my tag down in just a second. I kind of do. I noticed it as I was tying my little knot here. And I'm going to have to trim it. And I'm sad because I think the left-hand little side of my string had a good amount of ink on it. But it was just too long, so I'm going to trim my string back. And then I'm going to end up, again, like I'm realizing this tag's not glued down. I think actually I realized it when I start to write the date on it. All I end up doing is writing his name and the date. And I go, that's not glued down. Let me glue that down real quick. And then I'll just write his name and the year. And that's all I really know. So that's all that's going on here. But that is basically what I've done to the layout, y'all. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to slow it down so you can kind of see the close-ups. This one was fun. It actually didn't take me that long. Some of it was me sorting and carrying on, but the mixed up part, I'm not sure if I cheated because I didn't have too much of it, but I did have a little bit, so I think it's okay. Anyway, that's my layout, and I appreciate you guys watching. Please make sure you check out I can't remember, I think we put links below and not a playlist, so there should be a bunch of links below, and make sure you check out the whole gang. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.